In part 2 of our overview of the Go-To-Market Blueprint, the first blueprint of 4 in the MSPexcellence Playbook for cloud solutions providers, we're going to go deeper into the blueprint and show you templates that help you to formalize elements of your value proposition, the gaps that you believe you need to fill in your cloud solutions portfolio, and what an average customer looks like in terms of number of employees, number of devices, and the amount of virtual resources that you expect to be selling them, and your targeted revenue values on a one-time basis for each user, for each managed device, or for each managed virtual resource, and your targeted monthly recurring revenue values for each user, for each device, and for the virtual resources. And from this template, we will then produce an average customer value for the one-time revenues and for the recurring revenues. Those average customer values are going to be used in some of the modeling tools that appear later in the blueprint. But first, we're going to populate our service portfolio, and so we've created a template we call the Cloud Services Portfolio Planner, and this planner lets you add individual cloud applications and services, what non-recurring services and recurring services you expect to wrap around them, and we make it easy for you to go shopping with a directory that serves as a portal into the Google Marketplace so you can look for complementary products and services to add value to Google Apps. So in this case, we've launched into a Google Apps description of a control panel that provides management over Google Apps user accounts, and we also have a link to any of this vendor's partner program information or partner application information so you can understand their revenue sharing model and partner support model. And so you can go through this directory and look for possible solutions in any of the solution suite categories we've talked about previously: mobility, hosted business applications, virtual infrastructure services, security and business continuity, and other service management solutions. And so gradually you will build up your portfolio of cloud services. You're not pricing and packaging them yet. That will come in the second blueprint. What you're doing is identifying those services that are going to be a part of your cloud solutions portfolio. Then we have a template for you to set performance targets. This is a high-level first attempt at what would your customer acquisition rate look like based on your average deal size. We annualize the value of one customer, and we annualize the value of all customers based on customer acquisition rate, and then tell you how many leads you need to generate every month, and at typical conversion rates what you need to convert to your pipeline, and the average value of your pipeline that you need to sustain in order for these performance targets to be realized. And then finally, there's a 3-year recurring revenue and profitability model where we take that customer acquisition rate and we show you how revenue builds on a monthly basis over time, and how gross margin dollars build based on your targeted gross margin rates, what your cost of customer acquisition is based on the expenses you give the model for sales and marketing staff and their variable expenses, and when you break even, and what kind of profitability you generate in the second and third years based on these assumptions. Finally, we give you a template so that you can isolate and closely examine your cost of customer acquisition. This is how you will optimize your net profitability. It's also how you will optimize the valuation of your business as measured by either venture capital firms or investors or companies in a M&A posture. So your exit strategy will be highly dependent on how efficient your customer acquisition metrics remain, and we measure them for you in terms of months to break even. That's how many months of gross margin dollars it takes to recapture the customer acquisition costs, or as a multiplier of total customer value against cost of acquisition. All of these quantitative and strategic results from filling out your templates combine together into your integrated go-to-market plan, where you will define your quarterly actions to achieve your performance targets, and then review them on a quarterly basis to make adjustments and ensure your success.